Are you looking to catch a man? Well, stick with me for some tips and tricks on how to catch a man, because we all know the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So just keep watching, ladies, and listen up. Measure out 3 cups. Looking for any rocks or dirt. This brand of beans is usually pretty good. I don't usually have those issues. There we go. There's one bad looking bean. Okay. And then you rinse it off. And stem off. After rinsing, I always rinse with a little bottled water. Put them in a bowl. Put enough water to where they're covered, maybe even a little more. And then I just leave them out on my counter. You can cover them or not. I usually just kind of set the lid on there and let them sit overnight, and we'll be back in the morning. All the water has been soaked up, ready to go. Now I just have to rinse them really good. This is a very important step, people. Make sure you rinse them really, really good. I clearly don't have enough water in there, so I'll put a couple more bottles in it, and we're going to turn it on to high. We're going to get it boiling. We're going to use the lid to help get it boiling quicker. And once it starts boiling, we'll turn it down a little bit to a mild boil and let it boil for between 2.5 and 3 hours. And then we'll be back. see they're starting to boil pretty good. I take the lid off. Add a little water. Give them a little stir. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit so that they still boil, just not as vigorously. And I will place the lid on, but not all the way. That's just how I do it. I will recheck again after a while. They have been boiling for 2.5 hours. Gonna try a few to make sure they're soft. They are soft. Of course, there's no flavor, and so we will create the flavor now. I like to save my bacon grease. That way I have it to use when I need it. And I just add a small amount to the beans. Using a teaspoon, I take about that much. Just dip it in. Stir it around. And I add some kosher salt. Sea salt. Don't over salt it because once you put it in, you can't take it back. Mix it around. Let it simmer on low. And we'll recheck in about 5 minutes to see if it's to our liking. Now for the taste test. Just a little juice. Make sure it's cooled down a little bit. Oh, perfect. Mm-hmm. Now I can turn it off. That is perfect. Here we go. Let's see here. If you all can see that. Enjoy. These beans took roughly 2 hours and 40 minutes from the start of cooking until the final taste test. As you may notice, I have transferred them into a separate pot because you don't want your guests eating beans out of a pot they've been cooked in because it looks unattractive. But this, look at this. I would eat those beans any day of the week. What I like to use is I save my bacon grease so that I always have it ready for use.